No smoke, no smoke.
What's up? Welcome to All Gas, No Smoke. Those of you that are returning, welcome back. And those of you that may be new, I kindly ask that you like the video and think about subscribing to help a small channel grow. Next milestone for the channel is 500 subs, but let's jump into it. So today we're going to talk about the recent record that was set by the Corvette at the Nürburgring. So Chevy did take 3 vehicles out there with them. So that's the Z06, the ZR1, and the ZR1X, and ended up setting a new record for American vehicles at 6 minutes and 49 seconds in the ZR1X. This makes it the fastest American built car ever to go around the 12.9 mile ring. So it did surpass the Mustang GTD's previous record, which was 6 minutes and 52 seconds. A lot of people thought that this was going to bring down the AMG 1 and are now very disappointed in the performance of the vehicle. I was not on that bandwagon. I did think it was going to be close, but I didn't think it was necessarily going to bring down the AMG 1. Would have been nice to say that an American car brought down the AMG 1, of course. But like I said, I was not on that bandwagon, but I don't believe that people should be disappointed in the performance or how the car did around the ring or the time in general. First reason is because if you look at the drivers of the vehicle, the ZR1X was driven by Drew Cattell, the ZR1 was driven by Brian Wallace, and the Z06 was driven by Aaron Link. All 3 of those guys have something in common. They're engineers, they're not drivers. Chevy used pretty much regular workers to drive these vehicles. These guys probably know the car the most, and honestly, they did pretty good for what it was. But had they used a professional driver, of course, I think this car has a lot more juice left in it. I'm talking probably would have dropped at least another 5-10 seconds maybe. So I think this car has a lot of juice left in it, so I don't think we should just write it off just like that, right? One, and then 2, it's very expensive to set a record around the ring, right? So the reason why a lot of these European brands can set records back to back the way that they do, like Porsche, Mercedes, Audi, and the rest of these guys, relatively speaking, they're right up the street, right? The ring is only a few hours away from a lot of these factories. I think Porsche is only 2 hours away. Ferrari is like an hour and a half or something away. So it's not even far for these guys to go back to back to the ring. And then also weather plays into it. So hey, if I'm Porsche and it's raining on Monday, I can come back Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever, because I'm only a few hours away. Versus Chevy or an American manufacturer has to fly these vehicles out. And a lot of these vehicles, like the ZR1 or the ZR1X, are not made or not, overseas. They're only for the American market. So I don't think people should write these cars off just like that. Also, I do believe Ford is going to ramp up and try to set the record again from what they've said, but we'll see about that. But tell me what you think about this down in the comments below. Do you think people are giving up or writing this car off a little bit too early? Also, let me know where you're checking in from. What's your city, state, and your area code? And please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.